Schwichtenberg was most known for being a founding member of the German metal band Helloween. He was nicknamed Mr. Smile by bandmates for his cheerfulness and energetic drumming, all while having a big smile on his face. Ingo was born in Hamburg, Germany on May 18, 1965. At the age of 14, he joined the school band and took clarinet lessons, but soon switched to drums due to the drummer in his folk music group being inadequate for the role. At this point, he was 15 and said to himself that this was his instrument and he would play it seriously. In 1980, he got his first drum set from his father. Later that year, he met a person by the name of Kai Hansen, who asked Ingo to join his band, Gentry. Ingo jumped at the opportunity and joined the band. To pay for a better drum set, Ingo worked at an office and then a market for a few years. In 1984, after watching the movie Helloween, Ingo had the idea to change the band name to Helloween. Between 1980 and 1984, which is the current year, the band had a few names, the first being Gentry, then Second Hell, then Iron Fist, and lastly, Helloween. Later that year, Helloween got signed to Noise Records. Ingo's family was supportive of his choices and wished him the best of luck. In 1985, Helloween released their first album, Walls of Jericho. 2 years later, and now with a new lead singer, Michael Kiske, who was recruited a year prior due to Kai wanting to focus on guitar, Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 1 was born. In 1988, Keeper of the Seven Keys Part 2 came out, and received overwhelming good responses and everyone couldn't get enough. The decline of Ingo's health began in 1989, when Kai left Helloween to form his new group, Gamma Ray. Ingo, who was very close to Kai, was brokenhearted from his friend's departure. A year later, in 1990, the band left Noise Records to sign with EMI, and after a long legal battle, after Noise Records sued them, Helloween lost and had to pay a lot of money back to the company. Ingo was quoted as saying about the situation, "1989 was a terribly bad time for the band and for me. I had never experienced such hard days before." The band's fourth studio album, Pink Bubbles Go Ape, was released to the rest of the world by 1992 after still battling some legal troubles with Noise. By this time, Ingo was addicted to drugs and was an alcoholic. 1993's Chameleon released and was noted as the worst album released by the band, barely beating out Pink Bubbles Go Ape. During the tour for their latest album, Ingo collapsed on stage during a show in Hiroshima, where everything was brought to the light for him and the rest of the band. Ingo was diagnosed with having hereditary schizophrenia. Due to Ingo's drug and alcohol addiction and his severe mental illness, he was kicked out of the band due to the group not wanting him to have stress from the new album and tour. Ingo grew even more depressed from that event. He didn't trust in doctors and skipped on his medicine a lot, which didn't help his problems. On March 8, 1995, Ingo committed suicide by jumping in front of a subway car. Everyone was surprised by his suicide, including family, friends, and fans. Ingo was 29 years old when he took his life. Ingo Schwichtenberg will always be known as the energetic and fun-loving drummer of Helloween. He had the talent to play and do anything he wanted, but like many others, he found himself addicted and could not escape his living hell. Kai Hansen wrote the song Afterlife for his departed friend, and Michael Kiske dedicated the song Always to his lost friend as well. Although Ingo has been dead for many decades, his spirit and enthusiasm from the first Helloween albums will be remembered forever.